How can I keep from singing? In prison cell, in dungeon dark, our thoughts to them are winging. With friends hold courage in their heart. How can I keep from singing?
Good morning, Cedar Lane. We're still flowing into the room, but so glad you're here. I'm Reverend Louise Green, your Minister of Pastoral Care, pronouns she, her, and welcoming those who appreciate the visual description. I'm a white senior citizen with glasses and short hair, wearing a green shirt, black jacket, and pants. I'm also an aunt, a great aunt, a godmother, celebrating today all those who mother, grandmother, mentor, mother, or are being mothered, in all the complexities of what that means in our lives. Hooray for all of those. Yay. And a very big shout of gratitude to all who made the Cedar Lane auction come to festive life last night. So many of you were here then and now right back again with the auction hangover. Thank you so much. It is wonderful to be together this morning, whether you're here in person or joining us online. Whether this is your very first visit or your 100th, you are part of this beloved community where we say, love works. We care about how you're doing today. If you're online, please use a new connection card where you can share life transitions, pastoral concerns, or say hello for the first time. That link is in the chat. And if you're here in person, you may speak to a worship leader or a caring team leader after the service. A special welcome to our guests and newcomers. If you're new or still finding your way, we'd love to connect with you. If you're online, please say hello in the chat. And if you're here in person, would you raise your hand so that we can offer you a warm Cedar Lane welcome? Are there any guests or newish people? Would you raise your hand? Yay! Special welcome to all those here for the child dedications to take place soon. After the service, you may join in Fellowship Hall for refreshments, conversations, some food from the auction, and taking a yellow mug will invite people to greet you. Everyone else, please practice your warm hospitality. And as we enter this time of worship, I invite you to settle in, enjoy the music and word of this multi-generational space There are creative materials available for all ages at the back doors for use during the service. If you need a moment of care today, our caring ministry team representative, Tim Persons, is here for you. Would you stand and wave, Tim? Yay. And now, in the spirit of love, connection of this day, let's say hello to each other. If you're online, drop a greeting in the chat. If you're here in the room, please turn to your neighbor and share a warm welcome.
Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, paragate, parasangate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, 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 bodhisvaha.
Good morning, Cedar Lane. I'm Abhijana Manchi. I use pronouns he and him. I'm a South Asian Indian man in my late 50s with short, mostly dark hair and a gray mustache and beard, and wearing a pink shirt, a pink flowery vest, and khaki pants this morning. On this Vesak morning, we begin the way Buddhists have begun for 25 centuries with chant. 3 ancient Pali verses, and Louise follows each one with the English. So I invite you to just breathe and receive them. Namo tassu bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassu.
We bow to the one who is blessed, perfected, and fully awake.
Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Samichipatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Yadidam chattari purusayugani atta purisa puggala yesa bhagavato savaka sangho ahuneyo pahuneyo dhakkineyo anjali karaniyo anuttaram punyaketam lokasati.
The community of those who walk this path is worthy of our gratitude and our care. They are the living field in which goodness grows. And we are part of that community here today.
Buddham sharanam gacchami. Dhammam sharanam gacchami. Sangham sharanam gacchami.
We take refuge in the Buddha, in the possibility of awakening. We take refuge in the Dhamma and the truth that sets us free. And we take refuge in the Sangha, in each other, in community.
And one more time, good morning. Good morning. I'm Suzanne Greenlee. My pronouns are she, her, and it is a delight to serve as your worship associate this morning. I am a white, middle-aged woman, not tall. I have blonde hair and wearing glasses. I have on a dark blue dress with a white floral print and a blue sweater, because I'm not sure if it's spring, winter, or summer. In our Unitarian Universalist tradition, we light a chalice to remind us of the faith we share and the community we create together. We have our members of our grounds team here to light our chalice in the sanctuary. And I'd like to invite those of you who are joining us online to let us know in the chat where you are lighting yours. Very Unitarian. And now I invite you to rise in body and our spirit and join me in the words for our chalice lighting. May all things be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all know joy and live in peace. We light this flame as a sign of that wish, ancient and alive in us today.
Today is a holy day. Every day is when we are blessed with a life beginning. We gather this morning to recognize and dedicate new life, to celebrate the hope and wonder that is childhood and the spiritual practice of parenting.
We recognize the mystery of life as it begins its unfolding, and we celebrate the mystery in word, blessing, and promise. Our gift is love, freely given. With reverence and thanksgiving, we dedicate ourselves to the work of nurturing these children, promising to love unconditionally and to strengthen the bonds of this community.
So would the Swayedi, Narsimhan, Green, Strella, and the Miller families come forward?
Hi.
We begin with names. Each name was chosen with care, and I'm sure with a lot of negotiations. Names are the first gift.
So Kayla and Mark, please share the full name of your child. Kayla and Mark, am I on the wrong? Oh, we gonna need the mic, yes.
This is Quinn Harrion Strella Green.
So Quinn is from the Irish Gaelic, meaning counsel, wisdom, and chief. So welcome, Quinn Harrion Strella Green. We are so glad to know your name, and so are your grandparents, Vicky and Paul Strella.
Mamahau and Balaji, please share the full name of your child.
This is Chabarush Swayedi Narasimhan.
Chaba from Soto means sunrise. Arush from Sanskrit means the first ray of the sun. In 2 languages, this child's name means the light that comes first. Welcome, Chabarush Swayedi Narasimhan, and welcome to Uncle Kotso, Uncle Abhishek, Aunt Gayatri, and cousins Vaibhav and Dhanya.
Debbie, please share the name of your child.
Iris Ann Weaver Miller.
Iris Ann Weaver Miller. Iris, from the Greek, meaning rainbow, and goddess, flower, color, bridge. Debbie's favorite flower, so she'll have her favorite flower with her through all the seasons of the year. So we welcome Iris, and we welcome your brother Armand and Auntie Babs and all the people who are with you. And who, are we missing anyone? Oh, and Dad Matt.
All right.
Yes. You're not in the script, but you are essential. So.
Hi, Iris. And now for the part we all make promises.
So Kayla and Mark, Mama How and Balaji, Debbie and Matt, do you promise to love your children as they actually are, to answer their questions honestly, to sit with them in the hard moments and laugh with them whenever you can, to give them roots and wings and trust them with both? If so, please say we do.
We do. And Vicky and Paul, Kotso, Abhishek, Gayatri, Armand, and Babs, do you promise to be in their corner, to be the people they can call, the arms they can fall into, the ones who show up, and the ones who spoil them every chance you get? If so, please say we do.
And will you, the members and friends of Cedar Lane, speaking for yourselves and those not here today, do you promise your support to these children and their parents? Do you offer your presence to these families, knowing it takes overlapping communities of love to raise our children? If so, please say we will.
We will. And to the children already here, will you all welcome these new friends, show them the ropes, and make sure they know they belong and all join together and make good trouble around this place? If so, say it loud. We will. All right.
Yes. We will offer blessings from the elements, from earth, air, fire, water, and ether, the stuff of life itself.
So we bless you with earth, a bit of dirt in your sock today or in your shoes to remind you to play with joy, to walk gently upon the earth, stay well rooted in yourself, and track dirt into the house. There we go.
And we bless you with air, with two small feathers. May the winds of sky and space remind you of the unlimited possibilities of your life. May you always breathe the air of freedom. Blessing of the air. Blessing of the air. Blessing of the air.
And we bless you with fire. May the warmth of love find its way into your heart and a passion for living and for whatever work your hands and imagination find to do.
And we bless you with water, the ancient symbol of clarity and healing. May you see clearly, speak the truth. And when life has wounded you, may you feel the tide of something larger rise to bring you back to wholeness. Come a little closer. We bless you with water. We bless you with water. And we bless you with the water. He wants his rose now.
And we bless you with the ether, the fertile quiet out of which all existence emerges. May you always feel the silent song at the center of things and know that you are never alone. May the force be with you. Yay! A Star Wars fan, Mark.
And now that the force is wrapped around you, we give each of you a rose with the thorns removed as a symbol of the world we are working to build for you. Not a perfect world, but a more beautiful, more just, more tender one. May you carry that beauty with you and add to it as you grow.
Quinn, Chabarush, Iris, on this day, in this place, surrounded by these people, you are loved. You are home.
And now we'll say it all together. You are a blessing, and you are blessed. One more time. You are a blessing, and you are blessed. Namaste. Blessed
Namaste.
be. Amen.
Amen.
Woohoo!
All right.
Yeah!
And now we welcome the children and youth to get ready to sing together and leave for Sunday school. Please rise in body or in spirit to sing For All That Is Our Life. Words are on screen.
and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. For needs which others serve, for services we give, for work and its rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for sorrow we must bear, for failures, pain and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad.
Our announcements at Cedar Lane are more than a list of what's coming up. They are invitations to show up, to connect, and to live out our values.
I see we have more guests who are waiting patiently outside. Please come on in. We have plenty of seats here. So before we begin, again, a huge thank you to our auction team for an incredible spring auction last night. There was some serious bidding going on in this place. Now, if some of you missed it, no worries. Online bidding is still open, and that's available until tomorrow, Monday, May 11th at 8 p.m. And there are so many other goodies that are available. So please go online and bid more. And if you have trouble bidding for any reason, stop by the auction table after the service, and they'll get you sorted.
Tomorrow, May 11th, is a Moral Monday peace rallies happening across the country. And people of conscience are standing against war, policy violence, poverty, injustice. The local rally is what we will still call Black Lives Matter Plaza in D.C. near the White House at 5 p.m.
All right. We have 2 budget hall meetings coming up, Tuesday evening, May 12th, online on Zoom, and on Sunday, May 17th, after the service in person. Join us to hear more about next year's proposed budget, ask your questions, and get ready to vote at the annual meeting on May 31st. The Zoom link and details are in the e-news. One of the things that is important for us as we build the budget is making sure that we have enough resources, and pledging is an important part of that. So far, we have $864,000, Louise, from 284 households that have made a pledge of financial commitment.
Hooray.
Yes, we should celebrate that.
Woohoo.
And we still have about 136,000 people who are raring to go and can't wait to make that pledge. So if you have been, please do. We appreciate it before the annual meeting because every pledge matters.
On this Thursday, May 14th at 5 p.m. 5 p.m.?
Oh, 5 p.m.? No, sorry.
No, I think it's at
8 p.m.
8 p.m., yes.
5 p.m. Pacific.
Pacific, don't go there, yeah. Unless you are there, yes. DRUM, which is the Diverse Revolutionary UU Multicultural Ministries acronym, is hosting an open online worship service called We Ride at Dawn. And the guest preacher is Reverend Summer Albayati. The music is by Reverend Verdis Robinson. And the prayer is by Reverend Abijanamanchi. The Zoom link is in this week's e-news. I know I am going to get inspired.
And Saturday, May 16th, the morning grounds cleanup from 9 to noon. So come join us to get a little dirty, meet some people, help make this place beautiful for spring. Refreshments will be provided, and SSL hours are also available.
That same Saturday evening at 7, right here in the sanctuary, the U.S. Navy Band Chamber Ensemble will be playing. It's woodwind chamber music, Brahms, Mozart, and more. It's free and really lovely. It's a concert where you can treat yourself.
And finally, the annual congregational meeting will be on Sunday, May 31st, right after the service, in person and online. Any member is a voting member who has joined before April is eligible to come and be part of this democratic process where we will have elections, vote on the budget, the works. Your voice belongs there. It is great fun, folks. I mean, and you get a ringside seat for whatever it is that unfolds, so don't miss this.
Okay, and now, holding all these abundant opportunities in our collective life, we move into the sharing of our joys and sorrows.
Let us breathe together and enter into this moment, calling upon all the sources of love that are within, among, and around us. Within our Cedar Lane community, we hold Tammy Schultz, who is recovering from spinal surgery. She would welcome texts and cards. We mourn the death of Lori Richardson's brother, Tom, in hospice on Thursday in Macon, Georgia. Lori will be traveling Monday for the memorial gathering. Our hearts are with Lori, with her spouse, Ken Maddox, and the extended family. We hold those living with pain or illness, seen or unseen, those caring for someone they love, those moving through grief or fear, or the exhaustion of not knowing what comes next, those touched by domestic violence or gun violence. And we stretch beyond these walls, holding those whose lives have been torn by war, by genocide, by the relentless impact of climate change. We pray for healing, for justice, and for peace, however fragile, that they may take root and grow. And now, if you are moved, rise in body or in spirit and speak aloud the names you are holding today in love, in loss, in hope, in care. These names are our prayer, spoken into the heart of this community and held here together. We invite you now into a ritual drawn from the ancient celebration of Vesak. At the Buddha's birth, it is said, the heavens poured water to welcome new life into the world. And today we echo that gesture, offering something of ourselves. On the table are flowers. If you feel moved, please come forward and place yours on the water. And bring with you whatever you are carrying today, a joy, a sorrow, a hope, a grief not yet named. May what floats remind us that we are held. May the beauty we make together remind us that none of us arrives here alone. You're welcome to come forward.
Let us come back to stillness. Settle into your seats and let your breath find its own rhythm. Bring your attention here to this body in this seat on this morning, with everything you carried in with you today: joy, sorrow, worry, gratitude, all of it, welcome. You are worthy of kindness, not because of anything you have earned or done, just simply because you are here. And so silently in your heart, offer this to yourself. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be at peace. May I be held in love. Let the words settle. Just let them be there, breath by breath. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be at peace. May I be held in love. And now bring to mind someone you love, perhaps someone who first taught you what it means to be cared for, someone who held you or tried to, someone you have held or tried to. Picture them as they actually are. and offer them the same wish. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be at peace. May you be held in love. And hold gently too those for whom love like that has been complicated. Those who are grieving someone. Those who are longing for something they never quite received. Those who have given and given. For them too, may you be well. May you be safe. May you be at peace. May you be held in love. And now widen the circle as far as it will go, beyond this room, beyond the people you know, to everyone, everywhere. Those struggling today, those celebrating, those who feel forgotten, those longing to be held. Offer them, may all be well. May all be safe. May all be at peace, and may all be held in love. As you offer these wishes, let the breath come softly, let the breath go gently. And as we move into song, let this be your breath. Breathe in peace, breathe out love. May it be so.
Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
When I breathe in,
I
breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love.
Each week when we gather, we're reminded that this community is held by all of us, by our presence, care, and willingness to give of ourselves. And the offering is a way to say yes to what our Cedar Lane congregation is now and what we're becoming together. A dynamic community grounded in love, justice, generosity, and transformation. This Sunday, we're sharing the plate with Action in Montgomery, AIM, where we are founding members. AIM is a multiracial, multi-faith organization doing deep relational power organizing in neighborhoods, congregations, and schools for over 25 years. After listening sessions that Cedar Lane took part in last fall, AIM added immigrant justice to their work. We work with other members in organizing partnerships, building real relationships with local immigrant communities, and increasing our joint impact. And the work is real. Over 450 AIM members showed up at a candidates forum last month to hold Montgomery County candidates accountable on the issues that matter most. And AIM leaders helped pass 3 statewide bills protecting immigrant rights and limiting ICE collaboration in Maryland. Together, we won $73 million in the state budget for clean, efficient heat pumps so that renters can breathe cleaner air and save on utility bills. And now, we're working together on expanding access to legal services for immigrant families under threat. Those services are often elusive and unaffordable for the people that need them most. Immigrant communities have named this as a priority, and it is a valuable action that Cedar Lane and other AIM institutions can take together. Through our AIM partnerships, our values don't stop at these walls. They go out into Montgomery County and Maryland, into relationships built and lives changed. So please, give generously to feed your own spirit and to feel the impact of collective action. You can donate online, by text, by mail, or by placing your gift in the plate as it's passed. However, and whatever you give, it matters. Let's put our money where our mouths are, in line with our UU and Cedar Lane values. Adelante. The morning offering will now be given and gratefully received.
Compassion are necessities, not luxuries.
Without them, humanity cannot survive.
If you want others to be happy, practice compassion.
If you want to be happy, practice compassion. 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 Compassion, compassion, compassion. Love and compassion, passion, love and compassion. Without them, humanity cannot survive.
Is to be happy, practice compassion,
If you want to be happy, practice compassion, 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 compassion.
Thank you, Sissy, Rachel, Travis, and Kevin for that beautiful, beautiful anthem. His Holiness the Dalai Lama, whose words we just heard sung today, lost his country at 24. His homeland, Tibet, has been occupied for more than 75 years now. His people oppressed, their culture systematically dismantled, their monks imprisoned and killed. And he has carried this every single day of his adult life. And yet, the Dalai Lama, in the middle of a conversation or in the middle of a teaching, he laughs. It starts as a giggle, and then it becomes this deep, whole body belly laugh that just kind of ripples out, and that fills the entire room, whatever room he is in, and everyone in it. Now, some of you have heard me talk about the afternoon I spent with His Holiness in Kochi, India in 2008. What has stayed with me in that encounter is not just the meeting, remarkable as it was. It is that laugh. Because a man carrying what he carries does not laugh like that by accident. I mean, if there is anyone who shouldn't be laughing, who could be angry all the time, it is the Dalai Lama for all that he has been through. And yet, he still laughs. And he calls it a path, waking up and then living compassionately. Both necessary, neither enough alone. And that path begins 2,500 years ago with a story about a baby, Siddhartha Gautama, born into a royal family in what is now southern Nepal, sometime in the 5th century before the Common Era. His mother, Queen Maya, dreamed of a white elephant entering her side. The royal seers told the king this child will become either a great ruler or a great renunciant, a holy person who will change the world. And when the time of birth came, Maya traveled towards her family home, but she never made it, she stopped to rest in a grove of sal trees at a place called Lumbini, and there, standing upright, holding the branch of a tree above her head, she gave birth. And the story goes that the infant took 7 steps immediately. 7, the number of completeness. And at each step, a lotus flower bloomed beneath his feet. And then the child looked out at the world with eyes wide open and said, with his finger pointed, "I am the chief in the world. This is my last birth. There is now no existence again." His father, King Suddhodana, made a decision that his son must become a great ruler. So he built a gilded cage, pleasure gardens, palace walls, a beautiful and intelligent wife named Yashodhara, and they had a son together and named him Rahula, fetter, chain. Everything a person could want, everything designed to make leaving unthinkable. But it didn't work. 4 times Siddhartha slipped out of the palace and went into the city with his charioteer Channa. And the first time he saw a sick person, the second time an old person bent and frail, and the third time a corpse. The 4th time he saw a wandering ascetic walking calmly through the dust with nothing but a robe and a begging bowl. And something in him shifted. That, he thought, that is what I'm looking for. So Siddhartha left everything, and he studied under the greatest meditation teachers of his day, mastered their systems, and then left them because mastery wasn't the same as freedom. He pushed his body to the edge of death, and 5 disciples followed him into the forest, watching and waiting, and he nearly broke himself instead. And then one day, hungry, depleted, sitting by a river, a young woman by the name of Sujata brought him a bowl of rice milk. He took it, he ate, and in that simple act of receiving, something older surfaced. A memory of him sitting as a child under a rose apple tree, watching his father plow a field, falling into the state of quiet, clear awareness that had simply arisen. That was it. That was what he had been circling all along. So Siddhartha walked to Bodh Gaya. He sat beneath the fig tree that would come to be called the Bodhi tree, and he made a vow. I will not rise from this seat until I have found what I am looking for. That's the story behind Vesak. Vesak holds together the birth, the awakening, and the death, all 3 on the same full moon. Now, most traditions tend to celebrate these moments separately, but Vesak says no. You get all of it at once. The arrival and the leaving, the lotus and the mud, the moment of awakening and the ordinary human body that still got sick, still aged, still died. You see, the human impulse is to want the awakening without the forest and the starvation, the transformation without the willingness to be shattered first. We all want the lotus, just not the mud. But Siddhartha had to leave the palace. He had to meet a sick person, an old person, and a corpse that broke something open in him that could not be unbroken. And that breaking was not a detour on the way to enlightenment. It was the beginning of it. And so the question that Vesak asks, what are we still hiding from? What palace walls are we still building and maintaining? What truths are we keeping at enough of a distance that they haven't actually landed? Now, on that night under the Bodhi tree, Mara appears. Mara, whose name represents death, who also represents the ego self, the part of us that insists we are separate, alone, perpetually under threat. Now, Mara sends armies. He sends temptation and doubt and fear, and finally, with total confidence, the way ego always speaks. Mara says, "But I am your house, and you live in me." And the Buddha looked straight through him and says, "O Lord of my ego, you are pure Maya, illusion. You do not exist. The earth is my witness." And then he reaches down and touches the ground. Bhumi Sparsha Mudra, the earth touching gesture. And he calls all of life as his witness. Now, when Siddhartha Gautama attained enlightenment, he did not go, "Yippee, I'm enlightened." He opened his eyes and said, "I am awake." And the Buddha awakened to his own ignorance. And he saw the ego, Mara, for what it was, a story, a house we have been convinced we live in, a Lord who claims dominion over us but dissolves the moment we actually look at it. And because that ego self was seen through, what remained was everything else. The earth, all of life, the constantly changing, interconnected reality of existence. The tradition says that a bright aura surrounded him in that moment. The radiance that had always been there under the noise of separation, under the noise of alienation. The Buddha did not become someone else. He stopped pretending to be someone he wasn't. He rose and walked. He gathered his 5 former disciples and began to teach the 4 noble truths, the middle way, and he taught them to cultivate the Brahma Viharas, the divine abidings, metta, loving kindness, karuna, compassion, mudita, the sympathetic joy we feel in the flourishing of others, and upekha, equanimity. These were not achievements to unlock, not states we manufacture by force or by will. They are qualities of mind and heart that arise when the mind becomes spacious enough to let them. And these were already there, under the noise, under the grasping, under Mara's insistence that the house is real. Founder Nikkyo Nibbano of the Japanese Buddhist organization Risho Kosekai put it this way: true deliverance lies in our mental attitude to accept willingly what we are and to receive obediently what we are given. Not to fix what we are, not to perform our way into something more presentable, to accept willingly what we are, that is where freedom begins. It means befriending our actual self, warts and all, the one who is still sometimes angry after all these years, still sometimes petty, still occasionally the only person in the family who knows how to load the dishwasher correctly. That self, that is the ground. That is where we begin. And this is also where the beginner's mind lives. The Zen monk Shunryu Suzuki said it simply: in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind, there are few. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. Now, founder Nivano titled his autobiography, Lifetime Beginner. This man, who built one of the largest Buddhist organizations in the world, who won the Templeton Prize, who sat in on sessions of Vatican II, he called himself a lifetime beginner. Not out of false modesty, but as a practice, as a way of staying open to what each moment has to teach. Now, I tend to be very good at being an expert, particularly at myself. You know, my patterns all cataloged, my limitations documented, my spiritual biography organized into neat chapters. I know what I'm like, and I've decided what I'm capable of. And I've heard this teaching before, and I already know what it means. And that is exactly when I stop being present. You see, awakening doesn't happen to experts. It happens to people who for a moment stop managing their experience and start actually having it. Who let what is true actually land. The way Siddhartha let it land, looking at what his father had tried to hide from him. And that man laughing in that hotel lobby in Kochi had a name for what that actually looks like when it is actually lived. The Dalai Lama calls it emotional disarmament. The ability to see things clearly without the fog of fear or rage. If a problem has a solution, work to find it. If it does not, stop wasting your life on it. Most of us, myself included, spend a fair amount of time on the second category. Worrying about things we cannot change, lying awake at 3 a.m., rehearsing that argument we will never actually have. Emotional disarmament is not giving up. It is seeing clearly enough to know where our energy belongs. And that clarity is what makes compassion real. Karuna, compassion, is not a feeling we tend carefully here, sing about it, and then leave it all behind when we go home. It begins as a felt sense of another's suffering, and then it must move with feet on the ground, hands doing something, voice saying something, presence showing up where it is needed. Compassion that stays inside is just sentiment. And the world has plenty of sentiment. What it needs is people who have sat still long enough to feel what is actually happening and then stood up and did something with it. Founder Nivano, in his Templeton Prize address, said, "Human society is an unseen, indivisible network of interrelations in which each strand or fiber is of great importance to every other strand and to the net as a whole." There is no clean line between your suffering and mine, between what happens to people we will never meet and the world our children and our grandchildren will inherit. This awareness, the Dalai Lama says, leads to universal responsibility. And we are living in a moment when that interdependence is being denied, when the circle of compassion is being deliberately narrowed, drawn tight around some and not others in ways that have everything to do with race and power and whose belonging is considered real. That is Mara's work, the illusion of separation given institutional force. Nirvana also said we should treasure the difficult people we encounter because they are the ones who teach us. He writes, without these people who grind us with angry faces, how would we develop the bodhisattva's forbearance and deepen our own compassion? The people who are hardest to hold inside the circle are the ones who most reveal whether the circle is real. The Buddha touched the earth and said, all of my life is my witness. All beings are my witness. The earth is my witness. There is no one outside the circle. So when we observe Vesak in a time like this, we are not retreating into an ancient story. We're being called back for what is most true and asked plainly what we intend to do with it. So we start where we are, with ourselves, befriending the self that is tired, the self that is afraid, the self that doesn't always know what to do next. And then we widen the circle to our loved ones, to our neighbors and strangers, and to those toward whom compassion does not come naturally. The ones we have to reach for deliberately as practice, as resistance against the forces that want our hearts to harden. And further, to all the beings our lives touch, the animals, the trees, the water, the air. See, the bodhisattvas are said to incarnate and reincarnate over and over again. And they do it deliberately. They turn back from moksha, from liberation, out of love. They stay because they know that there are other beings on the path, and because awakening that does not flow into compassion is not yet complete. So the fig tree is still there, not the same tree. The original Bodhi tree has died and has been replanted across 25 centuries. But there is still that tree in Bodh Gaya, and people still sit beneath it. They come from everywhere, they sit down, they get quiet, and they wait for something they cannot yet quite name. I love that. Not the tree, the waiting. The fact that after all this time, human beings are still doing what Siddhartha did, leaving the safety of the palace, going into the city, letting the suffering of the world land on them, and then sitting down and refusing to leave until they found something true. We are still doing that. You're doing that right now, sitting here. And in a few moments, we're going to sing it filled with loving kindness, not as a wish for someday, but as a practice for right now. A reminder of what is already in us, waiting to be let out into the world. The earth is bearing witness, as it always has. So may it be. Amen. All right, now that it has landed, I invite you to rise in body and or in spirit to sing filled with loving kindness.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness.
we close as we began with ancient words carrying a wish as wide as the world. Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava.
May all sorrow find its end. May all illness fall away. May all be safe from harm. May all live long.
Sabbe satta sukhino hontu, sabbe satta avera hontu, sabbe satta abhyapaja hontu, sabye satta anigha hontu, sabbe satta sukhi attanam pariharantu.
May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from hatred and from fear. May all beings care for one another and be well.
Buddham sharanam gacchami. Dhammam sharanam gacchami. Sangham sharanam gacchami.
We take refuge in the Buddha, in the possibility of awakening. We take refuge in the Dhamma, in the truth that holds us. We take refuge in the Sangha, in each other.
May it be so.